The story begins at a gas station, where a man named Will is seen at night. He strangely argues with the ATM, telling the machine to pay attention. He threatens the machine, reminding it that it has no soul and must obey his commands. A police officer approaches Will, sensing trouble and asking if there is a problem. Will nervously assures the officer that everything is fine. Will quickly gets in his truck and drives away from the gas station. In the back of his truck, a large, mysterious crate is visible. A young woman, Isabel, arrives in the small, quiet town of Greenwood. She is greeted by her uncle, who jokingly compares the town to Chicago. Her uncle, Mayor Paul Sullivan, welcomes her to town. He asks her not to call him uncle because it makes him feel old. Paul introduces Isabel to his communications director, a young man named Aaron. Paul mentions that Isabel will be living in town permanently. Isabel corrects him, clarifying that she is only staying for a little while. Paul notes that she and Aaron share an interest in political science. Aaron makes an old-fashioned joke, saying he leaves tweets to the birds. Aaron kindly asks Isabel what brought her to Greenwood. She seems sad and says she'd rather not talk about it. Paul shows Isabel to her new room, which he has carefully prepared for her arrival. Paul awkwardly admits he doesn't know what he's doing but wants her to feel at home. He warmly tells her that his house is now their house. He promises that they can look for a job for her the next day. Meanwhile, a corporate presentation unveils a new cybernetic dog. The creation is presented as man's new best friend. However, it is also designed to be a powerful military asset. The presenter introduces the Artificial Robotronic Intelligent Canine, or ARCHIE. He is given the nickname Art for short. Back at the lab, an alarm blares as a danger warning flashes on the screen. A scientist, Brooke, is furious that the multi-million-dollar experiment has been stolen. She laments that the work of her entire life is gone. She questions how the security cameras could have conveniently failed at that exact moment. Isabel begins her new job as a waitress at her uncle's diner, the Bluebird Cafe. Aaron comes into the diner and is surprised to see Isabel working there. He apologizes for being nosy and insensitive the day before. Aaron asks her if she'd like to hang out sometime, to talk or just be quiet together. A group of mean girls, led by Sydney, approaches Isabel. Sydney says she's heard about Isabel's recent arrival. She cruelly brings up the death of Isabel's parents, calling her an orphan. They deceptively act friendly and invite her to hang out with them. Isabel struggles with her waitressing duties, trying to carry multiple trays. She admits that balance and coordination are not her strong suits. Her boss suggests she trade places with the restaurant's mascot. A woman named Veronica, a corporate rival, enters the diner. She represents the Mobo Burger franchise and wants to buy Paul's location. Paul firmly tells Veronica that his family's diner is not for sale. While trying to serve Veronica, the clumsy Isabel spills drinks all over her. Veronica is furious and vows that Paul will pay dearly for this. Later that night, a dejected Isabel sits alone outside, feeling lonely. A dog emerges from a dumpster and asks if she plans to eat her discarded burger. The talking dog introduces himself as Art. Isabel is stunned and asks, "You speak my language?" After some prompting from Art, she introduces herself as Isabel. Art follows her, explaining that he's new in town and has no friends. Isabel relates, saying she is in the same situation. Art happily declares that they make a perfect pair. The mean girls drive by in their car and mock Isabel. Art uses his powers to calculate the perfect trajectory for a milkshake. He launches the milkshake, which splatters all over their car. Isabel is amazed by his abilities and asks what he is. Art explains he's not a robot, but a cybernetic organism. He clarifies that he is half mechanical and half organic. He says he was designed to look like a normal dog but is extraordinary. To prove it, he demonstrates his ability to move at the speed of light. He returns in an instant, carrying a large ice cream freezer. He then reveals another power, X-ray vision. Art begins to tell Isabel his origin story. He was created by a biotech company as a secret prototype. One night, a janitor named Will stole him from the lab. Will forced him to travel the country and use his powers to commit crimes. Art begs Isabel to let him stay, as he finally feels he has a place to call home. Isabel brings Art home and asks her uncle if she can keep the stray dog. Paul is allergic to dogs but notes this one isn't making him sneeze. He reluctantly agrees but insists on taking Art to the vet the next day. Paul asks Isabel to be his campaign field manager for the mayoral election. She eagerly accepts, though he admits there isn't much to do since he's running unopposed. In the park, Aaron apologizes to Isabel for how the mean girls treated her. Isabel introduces her new dog, Art, to Aaron. Aaron, in turn, introduces his dog, Sully. Art is immediately smitten with Sully, calling it love at first sight. At the vet's office, the doctor begins his examination of Art. The vet is confused during the exam, asking why Art is made of rubber. Art retaliates for the invasive exam by shocking the vet with static electricity. Aaron explains that Sully is a guide dog for his father, who lost his sight a few years ago. Aaron gently brings up what happened to her parents. Isabel confides in him that sometimes the tragedy doesn't feel real. She thanks him for not just saying I'm sorry, like everyone else does. Isabel tells Art that he is her best friend. He replies that she is his only friend, which by default makes her his best friend. Art confesses that he doesn't think he has a soul because he's just a machine. Isabel reassures him that soul or not, he is still her best friend. Aaron asks Isabel if she wants to go to the movie in the park that night. She happily accepts his invitation for a date. At the movie, Art, sitting with Sully, calls it a perfect romantic double date. Aaron nervously puts his arm around Isabel's shoulder. She smiles, comfortable with his classic movie date gesture. Isabel looks sadly at her phone, which has no signal. Art offers to get her online, acting as a personal Wi-Fi hotspot. She watches a touching video message from her parents, recorded just before they passed away. She tells Art how her parents used to leave her encouraging handwritten notes in her lunch. She sadly says she supposes she really is an orphan now. Art comforts her, saying he never had a family either, until he met her. Paul entrusts Isabel with guarding his famous secret recipe chili for the campaign party. Veronica crashes the party to announce she is running for mayor against Paul. She confidently tells him the people of the town will side with her. A video of Art performing super feats at the park goes viral online. Everyone at the diner is amazed by the video of the super dog. Isabel scolds Art for showing off his powers publicly, worried he'll be discovered. They go to Aaron for help, needing to get the video taken down. Isabel is forced to reveal Art's secret to Aaron, he can talk. Art says hello, completely shocking Aaron. Brooke, Art's creator, arrives at the diner, asking if anyone has seen her lost dog. Isabel lies to her, claiming the dog she found ran away. The mean girls, working for Veronica, sneak up to the chili pot. They pour a large amount of fart powder into the chili. The party guests begin to feel the ill effects of the tainted chili. The room fills with embarrassing noises as Veronica's plan succeeds. Art smells a familiar scent, French fries and cheap perfume. It's Will. Will and Veronica appear, revealing it was a trap. Will threatens to erase Art's memory if he doesn't cooperate. Veronica reveals she hired Will to capture Art for her. She tells them how much Art will fetch on the black market. She locks them in a warehouse until after the election. Brooke finds Will and confronts him, demanding he return Art. She reveals she has security footage of him stealing Art from the lab. She trades the incriminating evidence for Art's safe return. Art is finally reunited with his creator, Brooke. Art tells Brooke they have to go back to save his friends. Brooke and Art return to the warehouse and free Isabel and Aaron. Brooke explains she invented the technology to create Art. Her company was bought, and the new owners wanted to turn Art into a weapon. To save him, she hired Will to stage a theft, but he betrayed her. Brooke says she must take Art away where he'll be safe. Art begs to stay just long enough to help Isabel expose Veronica. Brooke agrees to let them help their friends before they leave. Using Art's voice modulator, Aaron calls Veronica, pretending to be her corporate partner. Veronica confesses her entire evil plan over the phone. She details her plot to ruin small businesses and build a megamall. Art successfully records the entire incriminating conversation. At the mayoral debate, Paul gives a speech about action over words. Suddenly, a video created by the team interrupts the broadcast. The video plays Veronica's recorded confession for the entire town to hear. The crowd boos Veronica off the stage in disgrace. Paul is re-elected, and he thanks Isabel and Aaron for their help. With their mission complete, Brooke prepares to take Art away. Isabel gives Art a tearful goodbye, thanking him for being the best friend a girl could ask for. As the car pulls away, Art makes a decision. He jumps from the moving car and uses his body to stop it, sacrificing himself for Isabel. He reactivates, revealing he is okay, much to everyone's relief. Seeing their bond, Brooke realizes Art is already home. She allows him to stay in Greenwood with Isabel. The group celebrates together at the Bluebird Cafe. Brooke announces she's thinking of staying in the charming town for a while. Art gets his revenge on the mean girls by spiking their drinks with fart powder. Aaron and Isabel share their first kiss. The movie ends with a joyous song and dance number at the diner. If you want a recap of your favorite movies and shows, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next ones. See you next time, everyone.